So grab your tools and let's get started. So these are the art supplies I'm going to use for this drawing, and you can pause the video right here to note them down. I draw the outlines using grid method, and you can find all the references including this outline grid reference on my Patreon profile. Link is in the description. I'm using this A3 size paper from my ordinary drawing paper pad, and the drawing portion area is 11 x 14 inches. I'm going to mask the edges of this paper using this masking tape. It will help you get a straight and sharp border in the end. Okay, so first of all I'm going to add the background using an 8B graphite powder with a medium sized dry brush like this. Make sure to add this layer in a circular scribbling motion to get a smooth and even finish. Now I'm going to darken the outline of these folds and wrinkles around the eye using an 8B pencil so they don't fade away in the blending process. And when you are done with darkening these lines, add a base layer of 2B graphite powder over it using a medium sized dry brush. Then grab an 8B pencil and add a second layer of shadows on the wrinkles and folds to create depth, and extend them a little bit outwards as well. If you don't have a graphite powder kit, you can make one at home by watching this video from the cards. Blend this layer using a small dry brush with great precision to get a smooth base for future layers. The wrinkles or folds of the elderly skin is not just one simple line with shading. Instead, you have to add small lines and shade around it to make the wrinkle look hyper realistic and 3D. Moving on to the hair, and I'm using my sharp tip perfection eraser to add this first layer of random individual hair in this left portion. As we know that the texture of a perfection eraser is kind of chalky. So when we erase over the lighter portions with dirty tip, it makes it dull and black instead of highlighting and erasing it. So always clean the tip of your perfection eraser using a sandpaper or any rough surface during the highlighting process. And by the way, the real-time version of this tutorial is available on my Patreon profile. So if you want to see all these details up close and in real time, you can visit my Patreon profile. Link is in the description. Okay, now to add the second layer and to make the previous ones pop up a little more, I'm using my Mono Zero eraser with a sharp tip and adding these fine lines over the previous ones. Make sure to keep your Mono Zero eraser clean and sharp at all times during this erasing process. You can rub it on a rough and textured surface like this to clean the tip and get sharp corners for thin lines and highlights. Now start adding these small and slightly tilted lines and texture using a perfection eraser with a sharp tip in the forehead portion, especially in between the darker lines to give them a more 3D look. I'm going to further brighten up these highlights using my chisel tip Mono Zero eraser to make them look more shiny. You don't have to copy the exact details from the reference image. Just make sure you don't rush this process and add these details slowly and carefully. Keep the texture random and try to avoid parallel lines